Welcome to the Automaticist.
Hello and welcome back to Byte of Minecraft. Now, it's been kind of a long day for me. I've done a lot, and I know that my last episode was not very meaningful, but I did point out one thing, and that was this area that is called the Apux Region. And I showed it off in the old save, and I was really surprised because there was nothing there at that point. So I'd just like to show you what that sort of looks like today. So first we have to fly to it. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna just use coordinates because I don't really know how to get there. Pick up There we go. Yes, I see something. Okay. Yes, there we are. So this is sort of the area that I was talking about in the video where I had forgotten about this mountain, which is right here. And I would say the reason for that is because it's underneath this, which is the ugly side of this staircase. And then I have this little arch design. Now this was actually practice for when I built some more arches, and I believe you've already seen this. So, you know, here's the nether portal and all of that. This little open space, and the idea behind this is that this is sponsored by the monarchy. It would be sort of a place for like the rich people to like escape and have their own sort of little paradise. So that's really how this is organized. And now right here I have the Hall of Fame for the Energy League. So with this book being set thousands and thousands of years into the future, there is sort of this notion of most people being able to perform energy functions. And of course this is in accordance with my book that I have written, so that is how people do a lot of things. And so for example, you would be able to perform an energy function that would, for instance, allow you to fly or allow you to stay underwater for an indefinite amount of time and stuff like that. So one of the goals of this Apux region is that you would sort of be able to enjoy the skills, and basically this place would be for those that are most skilled in those areas, because those people naturally have the ability and the opportunity to kind of move ahead in the world. And it's not really something that a lot of people have. It's sort of genetic, it's sort of random. Some people are naturally better than others, and they have a tournament every year up here. This isn't really finished, but this is sort of what it would look like. So we have this fireworks thing. So that's for the beginning of the battle or whatever. I haven't finished these bleachers, but they're very fancy. Don't have quartz, of course. And so this is where you would watch, and then somewhere up here maybe would be where it would be filmed. So this is actually 2 arenas. There's one here, there's one more right there, just so that the final 4 can happen at the same time, I suppose. And then this is the Hall of Fame. And so there's like a 3rd tier, there's a mid tier, and there's high tier for like the grand champions. So I put my own head here, except that is not accurate anymore. That is not my skin. That's strange. That's not that. So this is a good demonstration of the give command. So give self and then I believe that you have to do something like no. I don't really remember how to do this. Maybe we should not do that now. We'll just say that there's temporarily not a champion. But these are just some random things. Most of these are pretty random. So yeah, double star and then like 1 star, 2 star, and 3 star are the rankings. So if you've been a champion 3 times, you get 3 stars. If you've been a champion twice, you get 2, and if you've been a champion once, you get 1 star. So that's sort of how I have designated that. And that's sort of course just applying to the Grand Championships. So if we want to go back, that's part of why this little fountain should just go up to the top. There we are. Just want to land on it. There we are. Now there's sort of a lag problem on this server. I can't really open my Elytra very often. So we're just gonna fly up here and do that. Now, rendering is not very good because this is just the vanilla client. This isn't Optifine, so I have to watch my coordinates. Yeah, we cannot actually do that. One thing that I did add recently was a macro, so I can actually hit my sword really fast. And that's for, of course, stuff like Bed Wars, where you need to click really fast because it's PvP. I tried it out today, it worked fairly well. I'm still getting used to it, and of course I had to do some key binding in order to cause that. Now, we should be coming in here. So it's not actually too far away from the city by Elytra. Oh man, I really like it when it sounds like this. If we just fly over the city. It's really cool. I don't know why I like this. I would say probably because it's not original, but it just sounds really cool. So that's sort of what's going on with that area. It isn't really used much, but that's just one part that's not exactly in the city. Now, if we go this way, and we're going to fly closer to the ground, just because I want to show you how relatively close this is. That's an artificially created volcano. But over here, there is actually this. Now, I've probably shown this before. But when I do my 4th of July special, this is where it happens. So obviously this was taken down a long time ago, but this is where it's going to be. Make sure you look forward to that video, and all the other various holiday specials will be happening, even if they aren't on weekdays. So this is a pretty interesting castle. Now, I don't know how to use World Edit. I don't have World Edit on here. So I built all of this manually, although I did use /fill a little bit. That's probably my most favorite Minecraft command. You can see all these stairs and such. It isn't a very good design, but it's modeled after the castle in The Wizard of Oz. And how there were all those guards, and they had their, like, chant. It was like, yo, yo. And I thought that would, like, be, like, a good security system of, like, considering when this appears to be built. Of course, this was built way after the medieval era, as in order to get to Omega, you have to take a spaceship. But the idea is that it looks like it's from that sort of medieval-ish era, but there's a lot of technology inside that would have not existed. For instance, the item sorter. So we can just go down here, and we have a big sorter. Let's just take some of these, just so I can show you. Oops. So, you know, we had that many right now. Just throw these in here. These go pretty fast. You see them coming out of there. Also, I think diamond. It'll slowly go through all of those. It's just on a simple clock right here. So if we go down, we can actually see the diamonds. Are not coming in yet. But these are, so there's just one of these at a time. We can see them counting up. So that's my nice little sorter system. So these are the items that we have. Notice this is also an auto smelter. So we go down here, it's just iron because we have iron ore and we have coal. So that is how that works. And then out front here, this nice little secure door that I kind of wanted to make one of those big doors, and I couldn't, so you just have this. This is the next best solution, so we've got this system. And it's like, it works. Now, what's interesting is that actually predates the elytra, so if we're on the elytra here, we can actually get on the elytra. It is possible. I've done this before, where you can actually be on the elytra and fly through this one block gap. And I believe that in 1.14, if you close this door, perhaps. Oh, there is a way to be in a one block gap space, but that does not want to work for now. So we're just going to be in creative mode and go and be invisible, or invincible rather. That's sort of that. There's this tower up here, which is rather complex on the outside. So there's all these holes to shoot down. And you say, well, there's a hole here. What's that for? Well, there's an invader that's already gotten into the castle. You can do that, and then there's this big Hogwarts like staircase that just goes down and down. You better not fall off this. And we're fine. And there's an underground space. I don't know if you want to like keep some sort of secret there. It's not very secure. But that's that. Yeah, that's pretty basic. Also not very secure at all because it's cobblestone. But what do you expect? Well, that's fun. So this is an ice bridge. So basically, you would have a boat, and boats are weird on ice. So if we actually get a boat, sure, let's just go with the original boat style, and we just go. It's pretty fast, not gonna lie. Now, do I have faster? Of course. Nowadays. This is really fast. So fast that I can't even load chunks. Also, we notice these sort of boundaries. That's because the territory is a lot larger than the area where there are actually buildings. So now we are in constituency 1. Sort of a nice little area. So I leveled the ground here, and I was gonna build a large house here, but I decided against it. And instead of that, I actually made a much larger space and built the palace, which I believe I have already shown. It's not a very realistic city, but it looks urban, and that's really what I care about. So we can see that. We can see this is very busy. There's actually water under here. So it's just, yep, that's the modern part, and then this is the part that's like still developing. This is going to be a great place. Once we have, this part developed, you really tell that we're kind of out there in the city because this subway station is just above ground and no one really uses it. But the Apple store is here, so maybe it'll become more populated. People move in here. These houses are so small. They're just what you need. So even like this, super small, just a bed. That's gotta be miserable. But like these are a reasonable size. I feel like if you're in survival mode, you can build that pretty easy, even in hardcore. So yeah, that's this part of the city. And those are just some of the extremities, the far side of town, whatever side that might be. And there's a little bit of the road that was extended in various ways. And that is that for today. So once again, thank you all very much for watching this video. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a like if you liked it, and I've heard there's another button too. Yes, I did get that from Linus Tech Tips, in case you're wondering. And once you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell icon so you get all of the notifications from this channel, just in case my schedule is ever interrupted again. Not that it will be or anything. Signing out.